Hi everyone, and welcome to the financial and parental information section of the CSU application. So this can be a really confusing section, and it also determines whether or not you're going to qualify for that CSU waiver. So if you're hoping to qualify for that waiver and you think you're eligible, make sure that you pay special attention to this and you don't make any mistakes. The good thing is that the CSU has embedded a help center here that will give you more information about each of the questions we're going to review very quickly. So you're going to read every single section in detail. The first question is trying to classify you as dependent or independent. So if you're an independent student, you're going to answer yes to one of these questions. If you were born before January 1st, 1997, you are an independent student. If you're currently an active duty member or a veteran of the U.S. Armed Forces, you are an independent student. As of today, are you married? Also answer yes if you're separated but not divorced. If it's yes, you're independent. At the beginning of 2020-2021 school year, will you be working on a master's or doctorate program? If you answer yes to this question, you are an independent student. You have or will have children or dependents who will receive more than half of their support from you July 1st, 2020 and June 30th, 2021. So if you're pregnant and you're going to have a baby by July 1st or 4th or after in between that time, then you're going to answer yes to this question, or you're the parent of someone. So if you answered yes to any of the above questions, you are an independent student. You're also classified an independent student if you can answer yes to any of these questions below. Someone other than your parents or step-parents have legal guardianship of you as determined by the court in the state of legal residency. If you answered yes, you are an independent student. At any time since you turned 13, both parents were deceased, you were in foster care, or you were dependent or ward of court. If you answered yes to this question, you are also an independent student. At any time on or after July 1st, 2019, did your high school, an emergency shelter, a transitional housing program, or homeless youth center determine that you are an unaccompanied youth or were self-supporting and at risk of being homeless? If you answer yes to this question, you're also an independent student. Otherwise, if you answered no to all of the questions above, you are a dependent student. So make your selection. You're either independent or dependent. If you're a dependent student, then the questions below are going to refer to your parent income. So for dependent students, if you're custodial parent, step-parent, domestic partner, etc., that's what you're going to use to answer these questions. And if you have questions about this, you're going to click here, and it's going to take you to another page to help clarify the question. So the first question is total size of parent, step-parent household in 2018. Be sure to include yourself, parents, and other household members. These are people that were receiving support from your parents. So a brother, a sister, someone that they claimed on their taxes. Okay, so that's where you're going to get that number from. You can also refer to 2018 taxes if you have them in front of you. Parent adjusted gross income. This is from 2018. This is the income reported on the federal taxes. Okay, so if you don't know how to read a tax form, and some of us don't, or we get confused, you can click here and it's going to show you, depending on the tax form that was filled out, what line to look at. So you can see here that the adjusted gross income, if they used a form 1040, it's line 37. If they used the form 1040A, it's line 21. Form 1040EZ, it's line 4. So if you don't know which one, just look at the taxes, identify the form, and then look for that line. And that's going to be the adjusted gross income. Now, parents' untaxed income and benefits for 2018. This is not the same as the adjusted gross income. Do not use the same number. It's a whole different income, okay? So if you go back to that help page, you'll see that untaxed income is coming from child support, untaxed portions of pension, housing, food, and other allowances paid by military, clergy, and other, including cash and cash value, veterans, untaxed income such as workers' compensation, disability benefits, etc. You should not include the things listed in this paragraph. Okay? Extended foster care benefits, student aid, earned income credit, additional child tax. So these are the things you don't want to include in that number. So again, just to clarify, the adjusted gross income is separate from the untaxed income, and you're going to get these numbers from your taxes. But if you need help, click on that button that says click here. It should clarify the information. So if you're filling out this form as an independent student, you're going to get the same questions, but they're referring to your taxes or your partners if you're married. And again, if you need more clarification, you click on that link and it's going to take you to another tab. Okay, so total size of your household in 2018. So that includes yourself, a spouse, any dependent children. That's everyone that you cared for financially. You specify how many children, dependents, were living with you in 2018. Then you report your adjusted gross income, then your untaxed income. And again, adjusted gross income and untaxed income are two separate things. We can go back to that financial aid assistance link, and then you can see here what is included, what is not included. The total size of your household for independent student includes yourself, spouse, and all dependents. Number of children that live with you that year is what they're specifying. So if you do need additional help, just just go ahead and read these regulations. Now moving on to the next question, are you interested in housing on campus? Yes or no? If you say yes, just go ahead and click it, and if it's a no, go ahead and click that. And the last question, parent guardian education level. So go ahead and report your parent and guardian education level. When you're ready, click save and continue to the next section. Do not guess on these numbers. If you need help, please let us know.